I call Jami-Lee Ross.
Mr Speaker, it will come as no surprise to members in this House that the New Zealand First Party stands as the only party in this Parliament opposed to greater infrastructure development in Asia. It stands opposed to New Zealand expanding its ties with other countries in the world. It opposes other countries in the world trading with New Zealand. And Mr Speaker, that speech, when Mr Tabuteau used the word naive, did not apply to the government or the Labour Party or the Green Party. It applied to the New Zealand First Party. Mr Speaker, Asia is a huge part of the future opportunity for New Zealand. 6 of our top 10 export markets are now in Asia, and 11 of the top 20 are in Asia as well. Mr Speaker, Asia accounts for a huge amount of our future opportunity and our trading opportunities as a nation. And Mr Speaker, New Zealand participating in the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank will mean that we are at the table helping to make decisions about how infrastructure and development and economic opportunities in Asia are developed into the future. And Mr Speaker, as Asia continues to develop, we in turn see greater economic prosperity through greater trade with Asia, and Mr Speaker, that is good for New Zealanders. When the New Zealand First Party stands in this House and opposes trade agreements, Mr Speaker, they're opposing future opportunities for exporters in this country and future investment into this country. When the New Zealand First Party stands in this House and opposes agreements like this, they're opposing future opportunities for New Zealanders to see Asian countries trading with New Zealand and helping to bring more money to this country. And Mr Speaker, they might like to stand in this House and say, for example, that Koreans should go back to Korea. But Mr Speaker, we in this Parliament and on this side of the House actually welcome greater economic and international opportunities for New Zealanders because that benefits the very people that we're here to represent. I want to correct Mr Tabuteau when he talks about supposedly broken promises around investment, because he is absolutely wrong about the Future Investment Fund. When he says we're not investing in infrastructure in New Zealand and we're diverting money elsewhere, he is wrong. In Budget 2014, the Future Investment Fund saw $200 million going into health, $172 million going into education, and $75 million going into Canterbury housing contingency, amongst other things. In Budget 2015, we saw $244 million going into education, $210 million into ultra-fast broadband, $210 into KiwiRail. The list goes on. Mr Tabuteau and New Zealand First are wrong again about international opportunities for New Zealanders. They're wrong again about the Future Investment Fund. And Mr Speaker, it is not the government that is naive. It's Mr Tabuteau and New Zealand First. They should be supporting this, like other parties in this House, because it's good for New Zealanders, it's good for our economic prosperity, and it's good for everyday Kiwis that want to see greater economic opportunities through trade and through investment in New Zealand. Thank you.